guys, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sonia and you're watching my lifestyle channel, and I'm currently in a deep of Vlogtober, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing my get ready routine. This is more of a routine that I do if I'm have some sort of a dinner or something like that. I would say it's a midway makeup. It's not your everyday makeup, but it's not your fancy full-on night out. So I moisturized my face already. If you want to see my full skincare morning routine, you can head on over. It's in the Vlogtober playlist. So once that was done and the moisturizer had a chance to soak in, I proceeded with a primer. And as you saw, I was using Born to Glow by NYX. I've been using this for a while. I've had it actually for a while because I have several different primers that I use, but I felt like I needed extra glow. And then once that had time to kind of settle in, I am using a foundation, and I'm using the Rimmel 24 Hour, I think it's called. I will try and link all the products that I'm using in the description box for you, so you can check it out for yourself if that's what you would like to do. And I am using a foundation brush to apply it. This one has, I would say, a medium coverage. I don't tend to have a lot of, let's say, blemishes or anything like that, but I do find that, especially in winter, I do have some redness, and this just evens it out. I am applying it under eye as well, just because I did run out of the concealer. Well, I hope you guys have been enjoying my Vlogtober. I've shared lots of different things, and it's just interesting to see where my viewers are, what videos my viewers are attracted to. This is still a fairly new channel, and I'm just testing out waters to see what you guys like. What would help is if you left me a comment down below letting me know which videos you have enjoyed so far, so I can continue making those type of videos. So once the foundation is on, I am using Fit Me powder. I think that's Maybelline. And I'm just applying it just heavily under the eyes just to set it, and then just a little bit all over the face, not too much. Because I do find that I don't like that heavy feeling on my face. And now I'm going to move on to my eyes, and the palette I'm gonna use is Too Faced Chocolate Bar. It is one of my favorite palettes to use, especially in fall, because it has a lot of nice fall colors, and I do prefer browns for my eyeshadows and even my eyeliner. I do apologize, my bed is messy. This was before I had a chance to actually do my full morning routine. All of my brushes I had purchased on Amazon. They're nothing fancy, but they work really well. So I'm starting off with a lightest color, and just almost like using it as a base for the rest of the colors. And I spread that on the I would say my eyelid. I don't go like high up, but mostly just on the part that you don't see when I open it, because I do have a bit of a hooded eyes. And then I'm gonna go with a pointed brush with some, I think it's called milk chocolate, and I'm going to add that into the crease. And I think the most important thing is to blend, blend, blend when you are applying eye makeup, because you want it to almost look natural, like it's always been there, or it's meant to be there, I guess. And then, so here's my blending brush, and just blend it, and I'm blending it upwards and down towards the middle of the eye. And once I am happy how blended it looked, I have a dog right beside me just begging me for treats, so if you hear whining, that's what it is. And then above that milk chocolate, I am adding a reddish color. I think that one is called cranberry, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. It is the one that's kind of burgundy-ish, I guess. And I'm just going right above that milk chocolate, and then I'm going to blend it, and again upwards. And I think this creates a bit more definition of your eye. I just love the way that looks. And then the next step, I'm going to go about halfway, and I'm going to apply that on the bottom towards the middle of the eye. And that one needs, I always like to go a little bit darker than the first crease color that I went with. And again, just blend it all in so it looks more natural, so you don't have like specific lines define what you put on there. And then the second last thing that I'm going to be doing, using my finger, well actually this is a third thing that I'm going to be doing. Third last thing, I'm just going to take that same color that I just did and just add a little bit onto the bottom of my eyelid. And this just defines the eye and makes it look more defined, I guess. And then just use a brush to brush any of the shadow that might have fallen off. You can also buy that, there's a like a powder that you can put on, so that way it doesn't actually stay or makes it darker. And then I'm going to use a eyeliner brush and use the darkest brown that I have. I do wet the brush a little bit by licking it. I know it's not the most professional way to do makeup, but that's how I do it. And I rarely ever use an actual eyeliner. I always just go with the eyeshadow and just use an eyeliner pencil. This just gives me option for a lot more different colors to add, and usually I tend to pull more towards the browns rather than the blacks. And then to finish the whole thing off, I dip my finger into the shimmery color, and I think this makes the makeup a little bit more fancier, I guess. And I just put it in towards the middle and then more into the eye. So kind of where I stopped with the darkest color and then more towards the eye. And the reason why I apply with my finger, I just love the way that application works better than using a brush. And I think that's about it for the eyes. And now I'm going to add some mascara, and I'm still using the It Cosmetic Lash Out, I think it's called, or Lash Blowout. And I really like this one. I'm definitely going to be buying the full-size one. I have gotten this as a sample when I purchased some other things, and or maybe I use my points to buy it. I can't remember now. And it is a really nice mascara. I typically don't curl my eyelashes. Most likely I would curl them if I was going to a wedding or something like that, but just normal evening out, I don't typically curl them out. And once I am finished with applying the eyeliner, I will be adding some lip liner to my lips, and then I'm going to finish it off with the bronzer, the blush, and then the highlighter. So I'm using a MAC bronzer. It's not a shimmery bronzer, and I kind of like that about it. And I just put it into the lines kind of where the cheekbones dip, and then I frame my face with it as well. And then I just add a little bit on lines on each side of my nose. For the blush, I have this Annabelle, I think it's, no, it's not Annabelle. Like I said, I will link it all down below because I forget what things are called. And I just dab and then pull out to the side the blush. I'm trying to kind of put myself together every single day. I've been trying for past week or so, just because I think it makes me feel a little bit better. But I typically am not a big fan of a lot of stuff on my face. I love the way it looks. I love everything about makeup, but I am finding that having stuff on my face, it's not my favorite thing. So my everyday makeup look, I did do it, show you what I do for when I shared my morning skincare routine. So that way you can kind of see it's very simple, not much to it, but just enough to even out my face and add a little bit of life to it, especially after a rough night or something like that. So now I'm adding this liquid um, highlighter, and I just added some dots where I wanted it to go, and then I'm spreading it around with my finger. And I'm going to finish off the makeup with a lipstick, and I'm using a Rimmel lipstick that I know, and I think it's a coffee in a coffee color or something like that. Like I said, I will link it all down below once I have it. Might not be right out when I publish the video, but I will add it in time. This shade, I'm kind of had a love-hate relationship, but I'm loving it lately. But yeah, I've had it for a while, and I just didn't reach for it as often as some of the other colors that I have, but I have been loving it lately. And then to complete the whole look, I do not put a setting spray. You could if you wanted to. I just didn't think that I needed it for this day, and so I had applied sprayed my hair with some leave-in conditioner before I actually put it in that towel. So now it's time to brush it out, and I'm going to let it air dry, but actually I'm not brushing it, I'm combing it out. And I've started using this comb. I did mention this in my favorite hair care products a while back, because I found that the wet brush was, well, this one pulls out my hair, but wet brush was really pulling out my hair. And I think it is simply because I do have a natural curl to my hair, and I always struggled with tangles, and I just found as much as it worked, the wet brush, it did pull out a little bit more hair than I would have liked. My daughter loves the wet brush, but she has straight hair. And then I'm going to add some Moroccan curl defier, I think that's what it's called, just to my hair, just so that way kind of my curls are a little bit tamed, not as all over the place and frizzy. Just keeps them all nicely together, because I do have a frizzy hair. I'm sure by the time the next day rolls around, the hair will be a big poof, but for now this does help tame it, and it kind of makes the curls really nice. Well, I hope you had enjoyed this get ready with me. Let me, like I said, let me know down below which one of your are your favorite videos to watch, and I will see you all in my next one. Thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and bye.